Well, Avi is doing pop ups at Jerome's shop, and Leon is popping off, and Gustavo is popping people. This episode was just popping. We're going to talk about all that and more. Plus, we've got our news and gossip and special segments. It's all coming up on the Snowfall After Show.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, welcome back.
Episode 3, Snowfall, it continues. What's up, guys? I am your host, El Marie. Portia is out tonight, but we are holding it down for you guys. And I have my lovely co-host with me here. I will let them introduce themselves.
Hey, my name is Emmanuel Wright.
Hi, I'm Adaeze.
So, like I told you guys, we have a lot coming up this episode, our news and gossip, special segments. I'm going to talk about everything that went down on this episode. But what were you guys' overall thoughts of this episode?
Franklin's a boss now. Franklin is over here telling Ollie what to do, playing tricks. Man, I'm liking to see Franklin just becoming he's like a grandpa. He's not even a man. He's just a wise man. Like, anytime I see him in the pocket, I'm like, oh, he gonna throw that touchdown right now. Watch him.
He's like a few steps ahead of people, and it's like, like Avi said, like he's so new to the game, but you wouldn't think it because of how he carries himself and the way he makes his moves.
He's maturing. He is maturing. Again, I was impressed by him as well. And I loved how, after we found out that he pulled the switcheroo, I loved how it was kind of like a shift. Like, he said, if my people found out you did this, I kill you. A couple seasons ago, we would not have last season. A couple seasons ago, we did not have seen him talk to Avi like that because Avi pulled the gun on him. Now he pulling the gun. So kudos to him. Yeah. And then also the popping off with Wanda. I've been waiting for this because we've been trying to get Wanda out of here. Yeah. And now she out of here, kinda, maybe.
Kinda.
We don't know.
Kinda, because they made him mad. Ooh. So let's go ahead and get into it. So talking about Avi and everything, he pops up at Jerome's shop because I guess that's their little meeting place. So clearly he got it all back together. It's up and running again. And Franklin and everybody, they're sitting down basically having a little meeting about everything. And then Avi just pops up there. And it's like, we need to go to the bank. Franklin is like, what are you talking about? So he's like, we need to go to the bank. He's trying to get Franklin to go ahead and move the money like Franklin came to him about. But Franklin's a little, shook him like, why did you just pop up here? You never come to this side of town. Like, I always come to you. You know what I mean? So why are you here? Then on top of that, Franklin's like, well, I got to go move the money. I don't just have it like with me. And he's like, oh, I can go with you. Franklin's like, no.
Super suspicious.
I'll go. I'll be back. That whole little, situation before they left, what did you think about that?
Franklin knew something was up.
He knew something was up.
He knew something was up, but he was looking at Avi like, man, you brought me into this game. Maybe you're really trying to get me to the next level, but I don't trust you. But I trust you enough to not get me killed in this situation, so I'm going to roll with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think at this time, Franklin is privy to what's going on. He already knows that something's wrong with Avi, and he's shaking him. So at first, I know he was a little shook, like, why are you popping up like this? But because he knows something is up, he's going to roll with the punches. And then, we don't know that he's going to pull off what he pulled off at the end. But I think it's because of the way Avi presented himself so impromptu. I'll come with you. That's not really Avi's style or what you would think is Avi's style. So he was definitely privy to what was going on.
Yeah. He was kind of like, let me just, you know what I mean? Like, my radar's up on you right now. But we'll get back to, the whole situation once they get to Panama and everything. But let's talk about Leon and his situation. Now, we've kind of, like you said, we've been waiting for this interaction with, Leon and Wanda. And feeling like we just need Wanda to go. I just feel like that was, the ultimate betrayal. We know that she's, cracked out. I'm just going to use that term because that's what it is right now. That's what they would say,
As she lives.
Right?
Not as she lives.
Ashy soul.
Everything.
Ashy. She's like, Ashy.
Ashy soul.
Bad soul. Bad to the bone. She ain't going nowhere good.
I have never heard ashy soul in my life.
I'm using that one now.
I looked into her eyes. That's an ashy soul. Oh, that's good acting at the end of the day, but that's an ashy soul right there.
But we see, but Leon comes into place. He sees her. She's just doing everything now. She's cracked out. She's turning tricks. She is just doing everything. And Leon finally sees that because he sees her again for the first time, and he flips out. And he was going there to give Manboy the product. How do you guys think? Or what do you feel about that? Should he have kept his cool even if he kind of went off? Leon. Should he have still given the product to Manboy?
Leon is tripping. Man, leave her in the past. Do you see her? What about her makes you mad that she's no longer with you? Get over that, man. You got money now. You got a crew now. You living in L.A. I know they got some other shorties out there. Just let her go.
Yeah, I can see him feeling a little bit of a way and getting upset, but it's you can't leave the business out of it. Like, don't mix your feelings with the business. You know what I mean? You get upset, have a little bit of a pop off, maybe, you know, toss the bags at him, like, here. You know what I mean? But like, not give it to, that's messing up the money.
But you know what? I thought that too, and then I thought about it. Should he trust Manboy? Now you found out how he got the recipe, how he got the routes. I know Leon acted in emotion, but really it shows like, okay, this guy can't be trusted because behind our back this whole entire time, he had Wanda, you know, like a little mole. So, but if it was done in a different way, like, you know what, I'll be back. Go and tell the crew what happened. And we would have looked at this different, like, oh, he found out the secret. Now let's make a move. But he was crying. That's the reason why he didn't do it. So, you know.
Oh, that's my girl.
Louis
I
had
hit
to
it first.
Right. Louis had to pop up. And you know what? Louis showed a little bit of grit here. She's back now, officially. She had her moment. And now Louis is back. So.
Yeah, because she got everybody right. Because I liked how I got nervous though when she called Peaches in, because I was like, oh, what are you guys gonna go do? You know what I mean? That
Peaches always doing. He killing people.
Listen, on site too. It's like no words. Boom, you out of here. So I got a little bit nervous thinking about what were they gonna do. But yeah, like Louis just steps up and it's just like puts, you know, like him in his place. Like, you got to get rid of her, you know. And then even telling Wanda like to her face. We should have killed you when we had the chance. I was like, oh, okay.
And that was the first time I saw Wanda in the light. I'm not going to lie. She's just not in good shape.
No. Well, you should have known that. Come on. She got an ashy soul. You could tell.
I didn't know how bad it was.
She's doing tricks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Maybe she can find herself now. She's out the house.
No. She gone.
No, but she's still gone. Yeah,
she
off
gone.
that.
Okay.
And she got an ashy mouth.
You know what?
What you gonna do
and
with
I'm
an ashy
nervous
mouth?
now. Now she's upset because she got kicked out
She
of
can't
everywhere.
even get better clientele. It'd be one thing if she still look good, but now her clientele got to be other crackheads. Like, it's
But
all
you know
bad.
what? A point to that, a more serious point to that. They kept her around because she gave them the recipe, gave them the routes, but they just kept her around because she was turning tricks for them. Like, what was her real?
Yeah.
That was pretty much it.
I think so.
They need that quick A to B.
And how one stop.
Okay.
One stop drop.
Yeah.
They need to go get checked because I feel like something's swarming around in there.
I mean, she wasn't going out. She was standing in the kitchen.
But you don't know what she brought in.
What you mean brought in?
Well, from the people that's coming in.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
They don't know about that. This is before all
It's the
that.
70s.
This
Right.
is before
No,
the
it's the
epidemic.
80s.
It's the 80s.
But
Okay,
it's
this is
coming.
when it's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening, but they don't know about it.
They'll find out.
Yeah, they are gonna find. Yeah, like mid 80s, early 90s. Yeah, it was. I think they know.
Okay.
They know about the HIV, so okay. All right. Get checked.
Ooh.
All right.
That's gonna add another interesting layer. We'll talk about that later. Maybe that would be a prediction.
Bumpy
like,
lip, ashy bumps.
Oh goodness. All right, let's. I can't. Let's. Before we move on to the next topic, because I want to get into Teddy and Julia, because that whole situation there was a bit much. But let's get a news up. Not news. Let's get a message about our sponsor.
Yeah, we just want to shout out all of our viewers and those who tune in and listen to us, who make AfterBuzz the ESPN of TV talk. If you're tuning in on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know how you feel about the episode. Let us know about our commentary, and let us know how you feel. And if you're on iTunes, give us 5 stars, and please keep tuning in. Tell your friends, because we have a really good show. Okay? Okay. Thank you.
We love you.
Oh, Portia's in the chat. Hey, boo.
Hi, Portia.
What's up, Portia? Stay safe out there.
Yes.
It's hard in these streets.
It's ashy out here.
Keep your soul ashyless.
Let's talk about Teddy and Julia. It's weird because, like, when he's doing his CIA stuff, like, I call him Teddy. Then when he's around Franklin and them, I do refer to him as Reed. It's like, it's just, it's weird.
That's Teddy
noticed
Mac.
that
That's Teddy Mac.
Right.
Yeah. That's my favorite character right there.
He's Teddy Reed.
Teddy Reed.
Teddy be getting it done.
Man, so.
And was that his ex or was that a new one? I'm confused.
This is ex-wife who said she was down for the ride.
So he's in Costa Rica with the ex-wife,
With the ex, yes.
getting down
Getting down.
in the lake. What's in the lake? That was my question. I was looking at it like, hey, what they got swimming around there?
That was your question.
That was my thing. I was like, they're disturbing Mother Nature. You know what I mean? Because
I don't think they were
and
worried
I'm
about
over
that.
here like, oh, y'all about to make a baby because y'all
Yeah.
are super high.
A little Reed baby.
Yeah, so they're in Costa Rica. They're hiking. I'm like, where are they going? And then they get to their destination. And I remember she came to him about landing strips and, another route to, move.
landing strips, man.
Yeah.
He found him
You
a
know
landing
what?
strip
Found him a
that
good one,
day.
huh?
He found him a
Anyway.
new landing strip. He got lots of landing strips. My man Teddy Mac. I see.
Anyway.
That was a good one, though. Landed you right in
He
that.
said we need bigger planes. We need. He said big planes, man. I like that.
What did y'all think about that whole situation though? Like, do you think like so the guy that they met there, ex-CIA guy, and he's like part of this like tribe there, and he has them go through their ritual. So they had some criminals, they broke the law, and their thing is you burn them at sunset, and after you burn them, you drink this tea that's like something to get you high.
Hallucinogen.
They were lit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think like you would have done that in that situation?
Oh yeah,
It's either
give me
do
the
that or
stuff.
die.
Do
Give
or
me the
die,
stuff.
huh?
I trust that guy. Was he Asian? He had that. See, he had a gold soul. That was a gold soul. That was much wisdom.
Who is this guy? Is he a
was-
soul soother?
You know what I mean? He was like the Buddha inside of a communist killer. You know.
I would say I like that because I just want to see like what was gonna happen. I thought it was gonna be one of those things where you drink it and you like tell the truth or whatever. So maybe he wanted to know like what's the real reason for being there. But it was even better because we saw them get down. We saw them have dreams about sharks and stuff.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to know why he wanted to know his dream. Maybe it shows him the purity of his soul.
Yeah.
Are you gonna give him the place where planes land or not? Because I'm not saying landing strip around here no more.
Landing strip. I'll say it for you. Just put up a finger. I got you.
Are they gonna allow him to land the planes there or not?
On what, the landing strip?
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
I mean, they got to get a bigger plane first though.
So moving on.
So, with that, yeah. So, but anyway, I guess it's like they have to see. He needed to see if he could trust them.
Yes.
And I guess he could. Okay. And so now they're in a place of trusting themselves, I guess, or each other. But the guy, like you said, he has like this gold soul. He can see things. He kind of called out the situation of the relationship between the two of him, Teddy and Julia. Like, she doesn't really want what you want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to work again. So don't think this little, like, you were just off. You were tripping. You
That
know
was
what I mean?
great
You were going off a
scenery, too.
ride.
Yeah.
So just take this experience and then, like, get back to what you guys are supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Because this isn't going to work between the two of
He
you.
gave him a little gem. I like that.
Yeah, and he took it, you saw Teddy's face.
Yeah, he
He's
was
like,
like,
yeah, you right,
"You
man,
right,
facts.
You're right. This really ain't going to work.
He walks up. We probably not going to see him again. He just walked off into the sunset.
Yeah.
I got you, player. The strip is yours. Be good.
Oh, my goodness. You are
They
hilarious.
call him rain in the face. No, I'm playing.
Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and move on to finally Avi and Franklin actually going, overseas to get this bank deposit set up or account set up. And Avi is still acting weird. He's still kind of like tripping. And it's like they get there and it's like, oh, the guy's not available. But Franklin checked him real quick. Oh, you said it was always open. You know what I mean? When we were in the States, it was time to go now. It's always open. Like, so what's up? So he's still feeling like he's feeling a little bit weird about him.
Mm-hmm.
And while they're there, Franklin has his eyes on this Costa Rica. Nope, they're in Panama. This Panamanian girl. And I was like, okay,
Cute.
Franklin.
I said you cheating.
I felt the way about it too.
How?
I felt the way.
I felt the way.
He was cheating on
What?
cop daughter shorty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on.
I mean, they're not official, but still, it made me feel away.
It made me
Like you
feel
have your heart
away.
set on this girl.
Overseas,
He's trying to get
though.
international.
Did you see
pants.
her? She was a businesswoman. She had her own flower business. She was
She
down
was
for the
cute.
get down.
She wasn't like.
So that's what
Oh
happens
my
because they're
God.
cute. You just step out on your old lady.
What
See how
old
you see
lady?
how dudes do.
What?
See how men do.
Did it work?
See.
Did it
And
work?
the thing about it, last episode we were talking about let that man go. Remember, we had a
Mhm.
moment.
I also too.
Now we bring a man on the panel.
I think she inspired him.
Oh, that's
I
what
think
it
she
was.
did.
Oh,
No,
okay.
when they got the separate table, I
Mhm.
thought when they sat down, we didn't get to see them sit down.
Oh, okay. So you think she
Just the
dropped some
fact
shit.
she was just like, you know what, those people aren't good. You should really think about what's going on here. I think they had that discussion. I think she brought it up too, just to like push him. Like, look, I think your friend's up to no good. Let me help you out. We'll put some in the duffel bags. I mean, sure, she didn't come up with the whole plan.
Yeah, no.
She just didn't want to sit with them. She wanted to sit with
she
him.
wanted to sit with him
That's
to
it.
get along.
I don't know. I looked
Mhm.
into her eyes, man. She
I don't want to hear about her.
He's
soul.
always looking into
So they
somebody's
just-
eyes.
She had a
Franklin-
flower. It was a flower
Franklin
song.
wanted to smash. That's what happened. And then he saw an opportunity there. Like, I can use her to see what's up with Ivy, just to, play this situation to get him to actually tell me what's going on. Because he wasn't being truthful. And it's like, I'm not going to, like, leave my money with you. Like, we have a bond, but, like, it ain't that tight.
It ain't
Right,
that. And I've seen you in the past. I don't really trust you like that. How much? 1.5? What about $1 million?
Right. Like,
6% a week?
I was like, oh, okay, Franklin is not
Not
playing.
bank a saint. I was like,
6% a week.
step up, boss up. That's really
Money.
bossed up.
He really did boss up.
That plot was so good though, because I was fooled. Everyone was fooled. I really thought, I'm like, you know what? Yes, Franklin, take it into your own hands. But I'm thinking, you don't know Panama. Someone else brought you here. Like, how do you know? And then the whole time when Avi started freaking out, I thought it's because like he put it in the wrong bank, and maybe that bank was gonna like snake him. But it's because Avi was trying to steal money.
Once he started freaking out, I knew it was like, it was something Avi wanted to do with that money when he started
What was
freaking
Avi
out.
gonna do? How was he gonna do this?
So he was gonna.
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I think he was gonna take the money and be like, "I'll deposit it for you." Or he has people here that would have took the money to deposit it, but really would have gave it back to him.
Yeah,
so he could use it and try to put it back before Franklin would even know.
Yeah, because that's what he was saying. Because he's being blackmailed
Yeah.
by the Israeli government, and so he's like, he was just gonna have it put. So it's like you said, it's his people. He knows them. So here, put this money here. I'll have access to it too because I know them. I'll take it, do what I need to do, and I'll put it back before Franklin even notices. That was his whole thing. So when Franklin was like, "Oh, I'll put it in another bank," he's like, "Yo, what?"
I mean,
I
that's
need
what
that
banks
money,
do anyway.
you know?
I mean, that's really what banks do to your money. They use it,
True.
they get interest on it, they pay you a little bit.
Not to pay gun runners.
Hey, I don't know what's going on.
Like somebody put on social media, we heard about the Chase situation and we ain't heard about it since. We heard about it one time.
That's true.
Fair point.
The prison system, I bet you they invested.
Listen,
Fair
come
point.
on. So, I mean, this show right here is showing us how, crooked and things that the government can be and the things that they use, the sources that they use for, their benefit. So, I think it could happen. But, but like you said, though, that made me a little bit nervous at first when Franklin said he put it into another bank. Because I did believe him with that he put it into another bank. And I'm like, oh, but you don't know these people. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, they could take your money, steal your money, or whatever. And you don't know this girl. Like, you don't know how they move, if they could have known Avi was coming, you know what I'm saying? And there's always that girl that's plotting and walks
Right.
around real cute to kind of set the guy up. And at first I thought she was like an op and she was gonna get Franklin set up.
Oh,
I did.
Because that's typically how it happens, though.
Yeah.
Super pretty girl just shows up, and then skins you.
oh,
You
that'd
didn't
be
think that?
horrible. Nah.
I know you didn't think that. You were
Flower
just
soul. That was a flower. That was a sweet succubus.
Okay.
Not succubus.
Is that a flower?
It's a cactus, maybe.
Oh man.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Franklin handled his business, and somebody else handled their business too. Lucia's mom. So the mom and Gustavo are together. They go across the border. They're supposed to be meeting up with Reed. Their car breaks down, and what's the name? Gustavo wakes up in the morning, and the mom is gone. So, and they're already in Mexico, so he's probably like, where did she go? You know what I mean? And then she comes back with a police officer, like, gun to his head. We need your car, sir. We need to use this.
Gangsta mama.
What did y'all? I thought she had left too. Like the way that Gustavo was looking, like I thought she kind of left and was like, I don't need him. I thought she took the breaks and was out. What were you guys thinking in that scene?
I think it just shows how much Gustavo's so out of the loop. I mean, what a fall from grace. We said this a lot of times. It's just like, it just seemed like anybody could pull the strings for him. Like, the mom is running this. I don't think we would ever have seen that. It would have been him. I'm not going to say he lost his manhood. He did not. He just lost his gangsta charm,
Okay.
So,
Gangsta charm.
and the gangsta mama picked it up,
I don't think he ever really had it.
No?
No.
He was just tall?
No, he a big fella, you know what I mean? So he
Yeah.
can talk with his hands, but mentally he's always been kind of hesitant.
That's true.
What type
Because
of
he was
soul
always
does he
like
have?
behind Lucille.
A lost soul.
That's
a lost
true.
Okay.
That's facts though.
Okay.
If we think about Gustavo, that is
A
facts.
lost soul.
But so they get up and running, and then they go to the meeting place where they're supposed to meet Reed, and then we see, I forget her name, but we see the DEA girl.
Yes. We don't call her DEA girl because I
That's
don't
her
respect
name.
her.
Yeah, I don't either,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't like that. I was like, really,
Yeah.
Reed? No, you're Teddy now, because that looks a little suspect. You're gonna be Teddy now.
You're gonna bring him back to his real name.
you're
He's
gonna-
gonna
right.
She could have been lying though too.
She could have been lying.
She could have been like she could have intercepted some type of code or whatever, figured it out, and popped up like, nah, we gonna.
That's true
work.
too.
I think
but
she
Teddy
popped
is
in.
working with her, so it could 50-50. It can go either way. It could
But we
be
know
that
she's kind of
supposed to
doing
be
something
there.
like a little duplicitous. Like she's playing both sides, so we don't even know what she's doing. Like she could have been telling the truth and could have been playing a game at that point. So
Yeah.
I will say she did look better in this season. I looked. I was like, oh, that's an old girl.
as opposed to like,
the last season.
I mean, like how did she look last season? Was she like not thick or something?
Nah, she just looked a little bit too uptight. Like we see her, she's smiling.
She's wearing
She's
okay.
welcoming.
Okay.
She's just like, hey,
Looks a little
how's it
more
going?
relaxed.
I thought you
Okay.
said she got a makeover
She
or
got,
something.
no,
Me too, I
she
was like,
had a
so-
woo saw on,
Woo-saw.
She,
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Remember woo saw? Yeah.
And I like that you picked that up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like her energy.
So, listen, I don't. Men are something else. But anyway, I can't stand her energy. She's definitely playing both sides. She's going to flip. You know what I mean? Like
Bad energy.
super bad energy.
I
You're
like
just
her.
like, I don't care. Like, right?
She good in my book. For now, we'll see.
For now, you don't. But no. But seriously, do you feel like she's kind of like might flip
A
on
snake?
Teddy and still like go back to her DEA roots and
I think she's in it. At the end of the day, she's in it for herself. So if she gets put in a situation in which the DEA isn't the best for her future, she's gonna go the other route.
Yeah.
She's in it for herself.
okay.
Yeah.
And so Gustavo was shaking up seeing her, and we see him shoot someone. We can assume that it was her, but we don't know because we didn't see him shoot her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like we don't know if maybe if someone else was there, it's like was it her or
It could also be like him thinking about what he's gonna do. Like it's like him in a moment, like, yo, I could really just pop her, and then it cuts back to him just like, oh, let me go grab the tomatoes real quick
Not
with my
tomatoes.
lost soul or something. Hey, move this block. All right, my bad.
I thought he
was
walked past
daydreaming.
her. Like maybe she was at the door because he was walking in on a mission. Was she running from him? Like I feel like he was
No,
attacking
she
somebody
walked-
else.
She was just
walked
walking
ahead of
back.
them.
She was walking
Yeah.
Oh
back.
yeah. Okay.
So I don't know, but great way to end that scene, to end this episode, just like boom, and then like it cuts out. So
Yeah.
we didn't catch the preview for this week, so we really are sitting here like, I don't know what's
You know,
gonna
I like
happen.
that though because it gives us really honest predictions.
Because then we don't know anything that's going on.
Right.
It's like we
This
did
is
not
true.
catch that one, so we'll have to see like if it's her or not, or if somebody else was there. We'll just see what's going down there. And I want to know next week if Teddy did send her or if she was on her own mission.
Yeah.
Because that's a good point that you brought up there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Snake.
With
Definitely.
with better vibes. No, let's not say good vibes. Better vibes.
She's wearing her hair down.
She was. She looked good. Hey.
All right, let's move into our special segments.
Yeah.
We will.
Sorry, I just love the little music we have there. So just a disclaimer. So like we told you guys last week, we do a special segment where we kind of like do a little bit of a focus on a real drug lord, but we are in no way glorifying or condoning what they do, their actions and behaviors and the things that we're going to talk about when we talk about these drug lords. So just once again, we are not glorifying them, but we're going to go ahead and hit into this special segment, and Emmanuel has that for you guys.
Right. Pablo was nicknamed Robin Hood. He built hospitals, he gave food to the poor, and he provided housing. He gave money to the poor. He gave out food. He was known as Robin Hood in his neighborhood. He was always fighting for the people. Also, he was the king of the jungle. He had a lot of nicknames. Let's be honest. He had over 200 animals in his home, which included elephants, ostriches, zebras, camels, and giraffes. Many of these animals were smuggled onto his drug planes, and after he died, they moved all the animals out of his homes to the zoos, but they left 4 hippopotamuses. Now, those 4 hippopotamuses became 40 hippopotamuses, and they had a little population problem, so they had to do some things to the male hippopotamuses so there wouldn't be more, if you will. That's a fun fact, king of the
He
jungle,
swear he
man.
know his arc.
That
What
is
you mean?
crazy.
Yeah, every animal in the house. What's wrong with him?
He had 200.
Wow.
That's lit.
That's it. Like when you have too much money, you just don't know what to do with it.
What type of ceilings can you
Who
have
has
with a giraffe in there?
hippopotamus?
Oh, come on. He has a whole safari.
Come
It's
on
not
now.
like
Yeah,
in
all
the
that
house.
land, it
You know,
wasn't
he
like
had
in the
land.
house.
There
Yes.
wasn't. Come on. You didn't think he had a mansion with a whole bunch of animals?
I thought they had room and board.
Oh,
If I can interrupt for a couple a couple seconds right now, he actually had so many properties. One of them notable called Hacienda Nopales, which translates to mansion of Naples. So he named it after this place in Naples, Italy. This place was actually 7,000 acres big. So in this one specific house, he had a soccer field, dinosaur statues, artificial lakes, a bullfighting arena, and a whole bunch of other things as well, including charred remains of classic card collections that were destroyed by actual rival cartels. So, in addition to what he said about what Emmanuel said about having pet hippos and everything like that, yeah, he had so many places he can actually house all these animals, not a problem.
His house stunk. I know it did.
Well, he had houses. Plural, he had a
All
lot.
those acres, it's still
Yeah,
this
a lot.
like the, I hate this. Like,
But come on,
so-
you know-
Not 40 hippos.
You know he had incense or something.
Not
Come on.
incense.
He had incense.
the fact that it was outside more, maybe that helped.
And he had the
stench or smell
glade
of the
plug-in.
animals.
And
but
he, you
it
know,
was-
he had zookeepers, and you know, he had
The zoo
people-
got zookeepers. It still smells.
It stinks in
Yeah,
there.
he right. But he probably had like the best of the zoo
Probably.
cheap. Come
It's
on,
like,
the zoo
this
is
better not
government
stink or I'll
funded.
kill
This
you.
is
That's, I feel like,
So you-
Pablo
yeah.
Escobar.
So you think he
I feel
had
like that's
fresh
how it went.
smelling acres?
Yep.
I
All right.
do.
You believe in him. Go ahead.
At the top of Pablo's power, he was making more than $420 million a week. Boy, that's a lot of money.
$24 million a week?
420. 420. Most people think 420, they think of something other than money, but this man was thinking about the real green. That's what I'm talking about. Keep your eyes on the prize.
Like what? A week?
420 million a week? What would you do with all that?
Eat it.
You would really?
I'm just over here. I'm like, I'm doing the
Yeah,
wrong
and in
thing.
addition to that, he
Remember
was
the
actually
disclaimer,
worth
guys.
25 billion in his whole entire lifetime, and he actually offered in the 1980s, like late 1980s, like 88 or 89. He actually offered to pay off Colombia's debt, which was about 10 billion, if he would be exempt from any extradition treaties or anything like that.
Ooh,
In a sense. So
that president was
didn't-
like, all right, hold on. Let me just think about this
Right.
real quick. Hold on. But did he say all of it? All
Somebody
right.
probably had to talk him out of that.
Did he
I would have
take
been
it?
like,
Did
listen.
he take it? I would have took it. Like, my man Pablo.
So unfortunately, no, they did not take that.
Oh, no.
Oh, I would have been like, Pablo, come on down.
Wait, did you say
But see, that's
unfortunately?
why, 'cause then he-
We got a
didn't he-
plane strip right here. Pablo, land your plane.
Didn't he like blow up a government office or something?
Oh, he did.
That's
do
probably
a few
why. He's like,
things like
oh,
that.
so
He's a
you're-
rich terrorist.
You don't want to take this money and get rid of your debt? Okay, bet.
It's a cold world.
Oh man, this is like, I didn't know all these things about him. Like I knew like he was like this, huge drug lord and he had a lot of money, but I didn't know how much was a lot. Like this is crazy and ridiculous. So yeah, they also named him the king of cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy though that he blew up courtrooms and planes, things like that. And then it's also said that so like the U.S. troops took pictures of his dead body, like as a victory, like he was finally caught, captured, and killed. But it's also rumored that he killed himself so that he wouldn't have to go to jail in America.
Yikes.
Ugh.
Smart. He probably could have got out.
He probably could have.
So I don't believe that. I think they killed him.
You think they did?
Yeah, he didn't kill himself. He too much
Yeah.
pride for all that.
I would say so too.
You know, he
I
probably
guess.
fought to the death.
Probably
Or
did.
just got
yeah, I
shot.
can see that.
How you gonna fight a gun?
He was shooting back.
Oh, true.
It was
Yeah.
Pablo versus like 60.
That's
Ooh.
that's
you know,
true.
it'd
We
be like
might
one of the
wanna post this,
movies
yeah.
where he was dodging,
Training day. All
jumping
right.
behind, soda
Yeah.
machines, stuff like that.
Man, I mean, drugs are bad, but
Drugs are bad.
all this
Don't
money
do
that
drugs,
they make,
kids. Don't
Drugs are
don't do
bad.
drugs, okay?
all the money that they make though.
Anyway.
Business is good though. So
I
if you
said
are
the
gonna do a
disclaimer.
business, just don't do the business of drugs. But business is good. Look into his business dealings and just substitute that with like broccoli and you'll be alright.
The vegetable or
Yeah, broccoli. Yeah, the vegetable, the one Popeye ate spinach, but broccoli would have worked as well.
okay.
Mhm.
All right, yeah. So Wow, a lot of interesting facts. Like I said, I didn't know a lot of this stuff about Pablo Escobar. And next week we will be focusing on another one. And just once again, the disclaimer is just because of the content of the show with Snowfall. It references drug dealers and all of these things. So that is kind of why we have this special segment, which once again, not glorifying them. But let's go ahead and don't do it. Let's move into our news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Damson Idris was tapped to co-star alongside with Anthony Mackie in a Netflix movie titled Outside the Wire. The film is set in the future and it follows a drone pilot that is sent to a military zone to secure a doomsday device before the insurgents get it. He's also going to be starring in a movie called Farming, which references the 60s immigration of Nigerians to Great Britain, where they fostered their children to white middle-class families in order to create opportunities for themselves. So we see Damson getting busy in the box office, and we're going to be really excited to see these productions on debut.
Yes, I'm excited about that. Him and Anthony Mackie on the screen together.
Interesting. I wonder what accent he's going to use. Like South LA. Or is he going to talk like this from Pickney? We don't know.
He might just come with an accent like this. This is how the tribes of the Uawe speak.
Okay. You know what?
What country is
What?
that?
Her face.
Have you not heard of the Uawe?
Is that in Wakanda?
Well, if you were to tune into the National Negro Graphic, you would find that it is in the South Park of Africa.
South Park or Park?
South
I
Park.
heard South Park and honestly,
I don't care what accent Damson does. He is just like, he's a great actor. And
Great actor.
Ooh, so soft on
Keep
the
doing your
eyes,
thing,
honey.
man. We see.
Can't wait to see that and Anthony Mackie, like I said. Alrighty, so like we said earlier, we didn't really get the clip for next week, so our predictions can be just fresh and kind of out there. So let's go ahead and get into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I predict that Louie is going to take the information back that she learned that what was going on at Manboy's place back to Franklin, and they're going to devise a plan. It just seems like Franklin is having the upper hand on people. He has, he knows what's going on and he's peeping stuff. So maybe he's going to see, you know what, maybe Manboy's trying to play me. Let me get this work, and I'm going to keep giving him his work, and then I'm going to take him out. Or I'm going to trick him into doing something incorrect, something like that. But I really want Franklin to know that Wanda did this. Or maybe Wanda's gonna go back to Franklin and be like, I'm sorry, Leon. I'll help you take out Manboy. I know wait, I don't know why I sound like 47.
That's
I'm
what-
sorry.
That's kind of what she sounds like.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
like help him.
Mhm.
Like switch sides.
Oh, I can see her doing that. I also think though, because she's like upset, she's not really gonna. If she doesn't go to Franklin, I think she might go to Andre. She might go to the police. I feel like she might trick on Manboy first, but that can lead him into.
prediction.
She need to
Franklin.
go to church. I'm gonna say that right now. She need to go to church Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Not Monday?
Monday.
Okay.
Maybe not the first week. I'll give you Monday up, but the second week you need to go every day.
But you know that prediction's really good because I know we have to get back to Andre, and Andre has to find a way back in.
Back
and the way to
in.
get back in is through the crack.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
see what you did there.
Right.
The crack. The crack in that tooth.
All right.
All them cracks.
What's your prediction, Emmanuel?
All right, well, prediction number one, Franklin, he's going to get more money and more problems. Led by Avi, because now Avi likes to play games. Like when he found out that Franklin, kind of tricked him and like now he's in this situation, Avi kind of smirked like, oh man, he got me. Good looking out, Franklin, but now Avi's going to be looking to Franklin more because he knows he messed up and Franklin still had his back. So now Avi's like, oh, yo, I got me a real friend. I can go do some crazy stuff and Franklin got my back. So I think that's going to be a problem down the road.
Yeah.
Definitely. The lady, the flower girl, Eczema, is that her name?
Zemena?
Zemena?
Not eczema.
We're just going to call her X. We're going to call her X.
Call her eczema?
I'm gonna call her eczema. No, I'm gonna call her X. X. I'm gonna call her X.
Yemena is her name.
Okay, I can't pronounce pronounce that. I'm gonna call her X. We gonna see her again. I think she has a bigger role than just flowers and duffel bags. I hope to see her. She's very beautiful. But I see that. I feel like she got a bigger role in this whole thing. And we will be seeing her again. And maybe she'll be at the bank doing something, working for the bank, moving money. Her and Avi. But we're going to see her again.
Okay.
All right,
We might
good
see
predictions,
her
guys.
again. Yeah. Well, I guess we have to wait till next week to see if all of these unfold. Make sure you guys join us back here next week, same time, same place. Once again, I am your host, El Marie. You guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at El Marie TV.
My name is Emmanuel C. Wright. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Emmanuel C. Wright.
And my name is Adaeze, and you can find me on Instagram at 1Adaeze, 1ADAEZE.
See y'all next week.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.